Okay, you guys, I just wanted to get on here. I know that you guys are aware that there is segregation laws that have been revoked pertaining to America, and I wanted to get on here to talk about my thoughts and views on it. Um, I told you guys that this was going to happen. I told you guys that Trump was definitely going to um, make everything divided. You guys don't think Trump is the Antichrist? He's literally out here destroying people's relationships and lives. Here in a moment, he's going to come after interracial dating, where interracial dating will become illegal in certain states. And you will not be able to interracially date. Just like he's going to make it illegal, because when he does it for interracial dating, he's going to make it illegal for the LGBT community as well, if he hasn't done it already. I told you guys what this was. I told you guys that Trump was the Antichrist, and I told you guys what Trump was going to do. I do see non-black people sitting online crying about everything pertaining to the segregation stuff. But isn't this what you non-black people voted for? Most of you, like over 50% of you who are non-black, isn't this what you guys voted for? You voted to put black people back in their place, quote unquote. And now you're upset because black women and men, from what I'm seeing, are actually happy about the segregation coming back. Um, Unfortunately, it is going to hurt black men and black women who date out. It's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt their unions. But for the most part, I see black people actually wanting this, surprisingly. And I see non black people upset about the fact that we want this. But this is what you guys wanted. This is what you guys voted for on November the 5th. You voted because you thought that you were a superior race and you thought that you were better than black people, and now you're realizing that you're no different than black people. You're realizing that you're going to experience the same thing that black people experience coming up in America, and all of the oppression and all of the suffering that black people experienced under this, number one, under this patriarchal system. Secondly, under, this indoctrination and oppression for white supremacy. And I told you guys that white supremacy was a real concept. And what we're learning is not, white supremacy isn't just the face of a non-black person. It's a black person too. Look at the Osborne case. Okay, and I know you guys are seeing more and more black men be unalive too. Look at what happened to those two young black men, those twins who were unalived in Georgia. I want you guys to understand that the climate that we're in right now is very dangerous. And it is going to be important that you black women not get out here and get entangled in what's going on out here. Do not get entangled in the political stuff either, because I had to take a step back from it. I had to take a step back from all of the political stuff because it will drain you. It will drain you. But like I said, we're in the fuck around and find out stage. And just like Trump is going to make everything segregated, he is definitely going to revoke Loving versus Virginia, which is going to make interracial dating illegal and marriage. So all of you folks out here who are in interracial relationships, did you vote for Donald Trump? Because if you did, you voted against your own interests. I told you guys Donald Trump was the Antichrist. Instead of America moving forward and progressing and growing and evolving, many of these conservative people voted to take us back. Not to the 1950s, you guys, to the 1800s. So I don't know what to say to you guys. I have no real opinion about the segregation thing, other than this is what MAGA wanted. And I want to be clear, I don't have a problem with all white people. Okay. I have a problem with you MAGA people. I have a problem with any of you who voted for Donald Trump. I have a problem with any of you who supports Donald Trump. The end. So if you support what Donald Trump is doing and you voted for him and all this stuff here, I have a problem with you. I don't care what race you are. I know black people who voted for Donald Trump and I have a problem with them and I called them out. I've met some black men who voted for Donald Trump, you guys. And I'm going to tell you guys, they're just like the black men on here who talk crap about black women. I actually had one tell me, yeah, because, and he was from New Orleans, yeah, because, you know, when I go to the grocery store, I get so sick and tired of seeing my people. And the way how he said it was very arrogant, my people in the line with their food stamp cards. And I'm like, who are you talking about? Yeah, and I know he was directing that towards black women, but let me tell you what I did to shut him down. And he went on and he was just rambling on about food stamps and Trump's policy. I knew he voted for Donald Trump by just his attitude. Okay. And then I said, you know what? I said, hey, hey, let me stop you. I don't get food stamps. He says, oh, you don't get, I says, no, I don't get food stamps. This is actually, actually I did. I said, I just went to the store and made groceries and spent over $200 in groceries. I said that I know people in my family who are disabled, who gets a disability check and they get food stamps. But I said, you know, in my household, we don't get food stamps here. My mom doesn't get food stamps. I don't get food stamps. My grandmother doesn't get them. And he immediately backed off. He backed off when I said that. I says, I really wish people would stop judging people's situation so much. Because there are people out here who are disabled and can't work, who needs to get these types of benefits. And I fully support that. Because not everybody is work able to get out here and work. And some people need these benefits to survive because they're disabled and they've been deemed disabled by Social Security. That says my 70-something-year-old grandmother can't work. She's a heart patient. So she needs her disability check from her husband. And when I said that, you guys, I shut him down. I shut him down. I says, I've never lived in Section 8 housing. I never got food stamps. I said, I'm on private insurance, health insurance. And my children are too. And when I said that, I think he realized that he fucked up. But don't we hear this all the time online coming from black men calling black women welfare queens and the queens of Section A and food stamps, and we just rely on benefits from daddy government. Black men, I've never lived in Section 8 housing. I've never gotten food stamps. I have to pay for groceries every week. And my grocery bill costs me anywhere from $300 to $400 a month if I know how to save. So this whole concept and notion that every black woman out here gets food stamps needs to stop. Because we're realizing now who's losing these benefits the most. And I promise you, it's not black women. It's non-black women and they're men. It's them. That just goes to show you guys how ignorant you are and how much you hate black women. Because you guys just cannot keep our names out your mouths under any circumstances. You guys have to keep talking about black women, the very women that you hate. And it is because you're abusive, you're toxic. I'm telling you, black men, exactly what you are. You're abusive, you're toxic, you're controlling, you're full of misogamy, you're full of sexism. You're trying to live up to a system that you'll never be a part of because non black men don't want you at their table. All of you bootlegging, jump jiving, cooning black men who hate black men. Non black men don't like you. They don't like you. That's just the reality. They don't like you. They gave you the trash of their community so that they can come in and get the best black women. You're just bootlickers. You'll kiss the white man's ass and do whatever he tells you to do in order to appease him in a system that you'll never fit in. That's just it. That's just the reality. But by me saying that, you'll say, oh, you're just being a tube or white secret. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. That you are a bootlegger, jump jiving, cooning black men. You're not getting quality non-black women when you do date out unless you have money. And you're gonna fuck around and you're gonna find out just like all these men are. And we're in that stage. America's in fuck around and find out stage. Just like with the marriage rates, you guys. I know you guys saw the article where American women are opting out of marriage here. I did not tell you guys that that was coming. Didn't I tell you guys that there was going to come a time and day where women were going to just leave you, leave these men alone? And we're here now. And I'm going to be honest, you guys. Dealing with most men of today is just not worth the headache. It's not. It's not. It's just better to be married to yourself and, focus on your career. And I told you guys you needed to aim for financial independence because Trump's coming for, like, he's coming, like, he came for the DEI, he's coming for DOE. And guess what, black women? Guess what? All of you who are in corporate America, due to the DEI rollbacks, you're no longer going to be in corporate. I told you guys you needed to go for your financial independence. You needed to focus on, getting your education, your careers lined up and everything. Because what Trump wants is he wants women in poverty. He wants women to be uneducated because you're going to be great candidates for these incel types of guys out here. So black women, you need to look into saving your money, getting your resources together, and connecting with other women out here. You need to start connecting with business like-minded black women like myself, black women, in order to survive what's getting ready to happen. Because that's what Project 2025 is about. It's about bringing women back into the kitchen, literally in an apron and barefooted. And you're going to be great candidates for these incel types of guys. So, like I said, you black women are going to have to understand what's happening. And I know that we're educated and all these things here, but it's going to be important that you guys focus on what you need to do. Because a lot of these men, they voted for Donald Trump in secret and they support what he's doing. And a lot of these men out here know that they are Republican, but they will lie to you and tell you they didn't vote for Donald Trump. So what am I saying? You guys may need to just leave American men alone. Because it's not going to be safe to be getting out here dating or marrying or even having babies with these men. Between the misogamy, the sexism, and all this stuff here that these men in America portray, And since the election, it has turned off a lot of women. So a lot of women are now turned off to American men since the election. So since the election, more and more women are just not dealing with American men. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to predict here. I think a lot of women are going to start meeting men overseas. Because I've been reading a lot of posts about um, American women possibly, you know, meeting and starting to meet men overseas and getting their passports to meet men overseas who are seeing what's going on here. And I told you guys a couple of years ago that men overseas were a whole lot better than American men pertaining to traditional concepts. Most of these men here are not traditional. And if you want to meet a quality, man, you may have to start looking overseas to find that Black women. I have men all the time approach me from Ireland, ironically, like Leicester, Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. I can tell you guys, the men over there, they look amazing, okay, compared to American men. And you can tell that these men are foreign, they're in shape. I mean, they look amazing. And they don't support what's going on here with how we're being treated here. I talk to men in Canada. Canadian men are very traditional. But the issue is a lot of them support Donald Trump. They did during his election. And a lot of them support Canada being the 51st state. So I meet men in the UK. You guys have to understand, I've traveled. And these men overseas are way better than the American men here pertaining to health and in shape. Their mentality, they're not with all this monogamy and all this stuff we're seeing online. They're totally different, you guys. So I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm just here to throw some things out there that you guys need to focus on. I'm not going to be long. I have some things I have to do today. But I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know that when it comes to men, it's going to be better to find men overseas if you're looking to date. And for me, they're probably going to tax women like me. They're going to tax us. I'd rather pay the taxes than to continuously deal with the men of America today, these men of today. It's just not worth the headache. But you guys have a good day. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to get on here and share this that women are opting out. They're opting out of dealing with men of today. And they're focusing on themselves and their careers and their finances because they're realizing that the quality of men are not worth the squeeze. It's not worth the squeeze. You guys take care, be safe, have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one.